It was Lily's birthday, and she couldn't have been more excited. The sun was shining, and all her friends were coming over for a party in the park. There were colorful decorations everywhere, a big cake with pink frosting, and the best part, lots of balloons. Her favorite was a shiny red balloon tied to her wrist. It bounced happily as she moved, reflecting the bright blue sky. As the party went on, everyone was playing games and laughing. Lily ran around with her friends, chasing after one another in the grassy field. But suddenly, she felt a tug on her wrist. She looked down and gasped. The string of her red balloon had come untied. No, she shouted, watching in shock as the balloon floated up into the air. It rose higher and higher, and before she could grab it, it was out of reach, drifting away toward the clouds.
Come back.
Lily cried, running after it with her arms stretched out. But it was too late. The wind had already carried it far away. Lily stood there, her heart sinking as she watched the balloon disappear into the sky. She felt tears welling up in her eyes. That balloon was special to her, and now it was gone. Her friend Max ran up to her, out of breath. "Lily, what's wrong?" "My balloon," she sniffled. "It flew away." Max looked up at the sky, where the tiny dot of red was getting smaller and smaller. "Oh no, I'm sorry, Lily. Maybe we can get it back." Lily wiped her tears and looked at Max with hope. "Do you really think so?" Max nodded. "We just have to follow it. Come on, we'll find it together." Feeling a little better, Lily and Max set off in the direction the balloon had gone, running through the park and past the playground. They reached the edge of the park where the tall trees began, and Max pointed to the sky. "There it is. I can still see it." Sure enough, the balloon was still floating up, but now it was drifting toward the woods. "Let's go," Lily said, determined not to lose her balloon. They hurried into the woods, the trees growing taller and the air cooler as they went deeper. The sound of the party faded behind them, and all they could hear now were birds chirping and the rustling of leaves in the wind. "Do you think we'll find it?" Lily asked, looking up through the branches. "I know we will," Max said confidently. "Look, I can still see it way up there." They continued through the woods, following the red balloon as it floated farther away. Every now and then, a gust of wind would carry it higher, but Lily and Max didn't give up. After what felt like a long time, they came to a clearing in the forest. In the middle of the clearing stood an old, tall tree with branches that reached toward the sky. And there, tangled in one of the top branches, was the red balloon. "There it is," Lily cried in excitement, pointing up at the tree. "But how do we get it down?" Max wondered, looking at the tall tree. Lily thought for a moment. "Maybe if we climb the tree, we can reach it." Max agreed, and they both started climbing. The tree was big and strong, with lots of branches to hold onto. Lily went first, carefully making her way up, while Max followed close behind. Higher and higher they climbed, until finally they reached the branch where the balloon was stuck. "Almost there," Lily said, reaching out toward the balloon. But just as her fingers brushed the string, a gust of wind blew, and the balloon floated away again. "Oh no!" Lily cried, watching as the balloon sailed through the sky once more, out of their reach. "It's okay," Max said, trying to cheer her up. "Let's climb down and see where it goes next." They quickly climbed down the tree and ran back into the forest, chasing the balloon as it floated toward the horizon. The wind carried it across a small stream and over a hill. Lily and Max followed as fast as they could, determined not to give up. Finally, they reached the top of the hill, and there, in the distance, they saw a little house with a garden full of flowers. The red balloon had come to rest gently on the roof of the house. "We made it," Lily shouted, jumping up and down with joy. They ran down the hill toward the house, where a kind-looking old woman was standing in the garden. She smiled as she saw Lily and Max running toward her. "Hello, children," the woman said kindly. "Are you looking for something?" Lily nodded, pointing up at the roof. "My balloon. It flew away, and now it's up there." The old woman looked up at the roof and chuckled. "Well, it looks like it found a new place to rest. Don't worry, I'll help you get it down." The woman fetched a long stick with a hook on the end and carefully reached up to the roof. With a gentle pull, She untangled the balloon's string and brought it down to Lily. "Here you go, dear," she said, handing the balloon to Lily with a smile. "Thank you so much," Lily said, holding the balloon close. She couldn't believe she had finally gotten it back. The old woman smiled and waved as Lily and Max started back toward the park. They walked happily, their adventure complete, with the red balloon bouncing along behind them once more. When they got back to the party, all of their friends were still playing, and Lily felt proud of herself for not giving up. It had been a wild adventure, but in the end, she had her balloon back where it belonged, right by her side.